What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another pre-release. Yeah, that's right. Big shout outs to UVS Games for getting me access to this pre-release, as well as a couple other cool, awesome products that you can see opened on the channel. Before we jump into it, a couple service announcement. Number one, this is a pre-release for the My Hero Academia collectible card game Jetburn, which will be out on November 17th. If you're interested in getting your hands on any of these really awesome cards that you see here, make sure that you check out your local game store and ask them, hey, do you guys do anything with My Hero? If not, you can go to play.mhacccg.com and you can get information about all the cool local scene. There'll be links in the description down below. But without further ado, let's get started. So basically, what I'm going to be doing today is, in this video, I'm going to be opening up this here pre-release box. And then I'm going to be taking and putting together, constructing a deck. Every single pre-release is going to come with 6 packs of Jetburn. 5, 6. This really awesome pre-release card, which if you guys at home, if you need to, pause the video right now, scan this bad boy, get the rules and such, and join the UGN app. What this is how you go and you find your local game stores, and how you sign up in order to play some awesome games. So, in addition to that, every card comes with either an alternate art character or an XR or foiled character. Normally, characters don't come foil. So we're gonna see what we pulled here, and it is a foiled Kamui Woods. How awesome! How awesome! How awesome! How awesome! I'm gonna leave this guy wrapped for now. So yeah, let's just start cracking packs, and we'll chat about them as we get a rocket. I'm gonna lower my chair just a little bit. It's a little easier to open these bad boys. All right. So here is the first one. So what do we got? Dragon Crash, Rebound, Hula Hoop. I'll bring it a little more towards the center. Internet Sensation, Viral Cosmos, 23 Frog Stomp, Air Force Gloves. Okay, and then our first character is Cammy. I like Cammy in the pre-release. Definitely a contender. I'm gonna sort my stuff just a little bit so that when we go to the deck building portion, it'll be a little easier. Very cool that we got an asset. It's totally possible that like most people inside of the pre-release aren't gonna open one of those one of the asset cards. So very cool that is what we got. Okay. Blue Flame Immolation. All right, this is fine. And a Dobby. It's almost like it's meant to be, right? Yeah, we'll do. That is definitely at the top of the list now. We'll have to look and see what commons and uncommons we got. As we continue, Hawks' Feather. Okay, there's one down. Maybe if we pull a couple more, and maybe the man himself, we could look at playing a little Hawks action. I think that guy's gonna be pretty good in the pre-release if you pull well enough. Stylish Threads. I've already opened one of these. I think this is the best looking rare, maybe in the whole game. That looks incredible. And then we've got Endeavor. Interesting. A little scary to play a character that mills themselves when you're playing such a small deck inside of a pre-release, but you never know. You never know. We'll continue. Next, Assault Dust. Man, this card's gonna be very good. Looks good. Loving all the Dobby cards we're getting. Oh, Quick Burn. And then Hero's Upbringing. Okay, we got a secret rare from our pack. Holy cow, this card looks great. This card looks super good. And then a second Kamui Woods. Yeah, probably a little less excited for that guy, but holy cow, we got Heroes Uprising, which is huge, right? 4 cards in, no ultra rare. I guess we made up for it, right? So let's see. Brace the Past, Dragon Power, Defying Fate. Okay. Equipment Demonstration. All right, and then Gentle Criminal. See, I'm a big fan of Gentle in Constructed. I haven't put a ton of thought into him in sealed or draft, right? And all of these pre-releases are made for sealed, but can be drafted, right? You can draft with 6-packs as well. But the goal is you should be able to open up your 6-packs, construct your awesome deck like I'm about to do, and then play the game. This is an XR Velocity Rush? Ooh, how awesome. And then a second Force Gloves? Whoa, that's pretty good. Just straight up because it's a 6-check. Man, that might tailor my... This might fully tailor what we're doing, but we'll just have to see. Okay, so before we jump in too far, right? This is an XR. It's not that big of a deal, but we're going to look at the options that we had. Now, for the pre-release, the way that it works is you can play any card that you open as long as you're playing sealed, right? Whenever you open up your 6-packs, you can play them all. And so the fact that like my cool secret rare doesn't share symbols with Midoriya per se, that's okay. That's all right. You can play it. In draft, you have to what's called light symbol chain, which means that every card in your deck has to have at least one of the 3 symbols that are on your character. But yeah, just having the character, the cards not have to symbol. Let's see what we can make. Okay, so I have organized my cards in order of the type of card they are, followed by the like cards together, right? Like I've got 2 Assault Dusts here. I've combined them, and in my first initial look, when I looked at like what my card pool was doing, and you guys saw me open them, I think the correct answer is to play Gentle Criminal. I think Gentle Criminal is the right call, and I'm going to take you through my thought process of why. I think the pieces that I have been gifted inside of my my packs are going to be pretty good for a Gentle Criminal deck. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to put my Gentle Criminal up top so that we can make sure that we know what he does. The elevator pitch for this guy is whenever my opponent blocks my move, my next move is easier to play. Whenever I block my opponent's move, my next block is easier to play. Combined with if my check has been modified, so if my move is easier to play or even harder to play, my attack gets speed equal to that how difficult it is, or how much that changes by. So if my check has been modified by 2, I get +2 speed, which I think increasing the speed and honestly decreasing the speed inside of a pre-release kit is going to be really pivotal. I'm gonna make sure. Hey, look, you can read it now. So let's get into it. I'm gonna put us in 3 piles. This is very good. I'm going to put it in my deck. This card is fine, I think it is okay, in the I'm probably not going to play this card category. And so first and foremost, we'll just start with Blue Flame. This card makes my other moves big by making my opponent fail checks. It's fine. This card has Powerful 3, and so it instantly goes in the deck because I want to use my momentum. This card has Echo. It instantly goes... this card instantly goes in my deck because I want to use momentum. I'm actually going to put Stylish Threads over here. This card I think is very good. This card has the Throw keyword, but it's only 4 damage, so it's not that great. This card has my face on it. It should go in my deck. This card has Powerful 3 and it draws cards. It's also a high difficulty move, which my character gets to cheat a little bit because of the fact that if my opponent blocks, I can make this cheaper, right? If they block my first attack, if I play my Tongue Capture and they block with a 2 mid block, this card is on a 6/7 -2 on a 5. Feels very good to play Titan Cliff if your second move on a 5 and give it +2 speed. So we're gonna take and put this one here. Berserker Bite. This card is interesting because it's really good on blocking our character because it's a 3 mid block. I'm going to put it in the probably not going to go in our deck because it's an action, because it's very bad on our turn. On our turn, it's pretty atrocious. It's randomly a throw, and it's only really there because it's got a solid block. Stylish Strike. I opened 2 of these guys that say if it's not blocked, I draw 2 cards. In my character, that's asking my opponent to please block me. I'm going to be playing these cards. King Slam, kind of the same idea as the Titan Cliff. It's a big difficulty move, and I can make it faster. Or a big damage move, I can make it faster. Frog Stomp. This card's bad. This card's not good in our deck. We're gonna leave it. It's gonna go. I'm gonna put Berserker Bike in the middle. This is our first really bad one. Hula Hoop, same idea. We pulled 2 of these. It's a big damage move. This is 7 big ones, so we're gonna leave it over here. Viral Cosmos, a great opener. 4 mid for 4 that we both draw a card. I don't care if you draw cards. It means I get to. You can block more. That's fine. I'm gonna play more attacks. We're gonna put it in. Gently Trampoline. It's got my face on it. We're gonna play it. Quick Burn. Name a card type, reveal the top card of your deck. If it matches the card type, add it to my momentum. This card has powerful 3. It's probably going to go in my deck. Villain Enhance. Your rival's next check this enhanced step gets -2. So it's essentially 2 more speed. This card can win me the game. Dragon Dive. 6 high for 4 with a 1 high block. This card's going to go in my deck. Gusty Buffet. If you have less foundations in your rival, it gets -1 difficulty. It's a 4 diff. And then if you're not in deadlock, this attack gets 1 damage for each of your ready foundations. This is one of those cards that I think is going to be left on the cutting room floor. I don't think this card is that great, truthfully. My Heart is Set. This card is fine. Its momentum ability is very good. It's one of the best opening pokes that we can play because we really want them to not block it, and they really want to not block it, but we don't care because we're gentle if they do block it. So we'll leave it there. Summon Nomus. This card's not very good in our deck. Irate Scowl. We can make this thing fast, but man, I don't think we really care about this card. We're gonna leave it. Hawk's Feather. This card does not do enough damage in our deck. Burn Combo. My opponent checks against a 6. If they fail, this attack and my next attack gets 2 speed. So it's a 4 low for 4. It's one of those cards that I'm leaning less on because my moves already get pretty big, such as the Double Assault Dust that we have. This card's a 5 high for 5 that feels incredible giving speed to and playing late in a chain. Same thing with Dragon Crash, excuse me. Dragon Crash is a 6 damage move as a 4 diff that my character can give speed on. Very good. If I've not dealt damage this turn, this deck gets 2 speed, okay? And then Enhance Commit and freeze 1 sealed rival foundations. I think sealing my rival's foundations is going to be pretty tough. So I think I'm going to leave this on the cutting room floor just because of how many awesome cards that we have. So my goal here is we're going to be playing a 50 card, or excuse me, a 40 card deck minimum. I forgot to mention this at the beginning of this video. Obviously, I'm going to be deck building because, you know, that's my job. If you were going to your first pre-release and you were worried about, oh, what card should go on my deck, which card shouldn't, just actually put them all in your deck. Take every card that you open to the pack, characters included, take your favorite character and put it onto the field. Put it on the board and then play the game. As you go through your pre-release, just start taking cards out of your deck that you don't like. You know, I drew this card. I didn't like to play it. I'm not going to play it. But we're gonna stop looking at our attack cards and we're going to move on to our foundations. And we're going to do that same idea of the same 3 piles of I like these cards, I like these cards a lot, these cards are fine, these cards are bad. Equipment Demonstration. If my rival has 2 or more sealed foundations added to my momentum, discard momentum after the start phase, seal and rival foundation. I think this card's fine. It's a 3 diff, and that's a little tough to swallow, but I think it's okay. I think it's okay. So we'll leave it here. Heroic Endurance. This card has a lot of damage reduction. I love this card. This card says draw a card. We're gonna play it. This card says my opponent's cards get tougher to play, plus difficulty. We're gonna play this card. This card's got my face on it. We're gonna play that card. This card says draw better review steps, followed by it's a 6 check. We're gonna play it. My attack with no abilities gets +1 speed. We only have 2 of those, so we're going to put it in the maybe category strictly because it's a 1/5 with a 2 mid block. That sometimes in sealed and in sealed play, that's just good enough, right? Glamour. Enhance, discard a momentum, add this card to your hand. That's pretty good in my character that says I can utilize this +3 block. I'm going to put this over here because it also says if my non-throw attack deals damage, draw a card. That's pretty solid. Dancer Dream. Once per turn, this deck gets +1 to -1 speed. That's good enough. Pro Hero Response. We don't have that. We don't care. Villain Enhance. Lose a health. This deck gets -1 speed. That's incredible. Problem Solving. After you discard this card during the enhanced step, your next check to play a card gets +1. After this card is committed due to rival effect, ready it. That bottom ability is pretty good if my opponent is attempting to stun me or commit my cool foundation. So I'm going to put it here, but it's the first one that maybe could come over here. Embrace the Past. If my rival has 2 or more sealed foundations, this attack gets 1 damage. I pulled 2 of those. If we come back and we need the 1/5 or the 3 low block, we'll come back for it. But this card is the first one that says, we don't like it. Enhance. Add this card to my hand. Add a card from my hand to the top of my deck. Okay. Response once per turn. Tenacious, so playable while committed. After you take damage from an unblocked attack, ready this foundation, and we got 2 of those. So this card says stack a 5, or we can pick up a 4 mid block, so our next one is super easy to play. I think I really like this card and what Gentle Criminal's got going on. Next, we're coming up to the suite, and I'm going to put them all together, of the Enhance, Commit, Make it easier to block. Double creeped out. My check to block this attack gets +2. We're going to play it. Enhance Commit. This attack gets -2 speed. We're going to play it. Enhance Commit. Your block modifier to block this gets -2. We're going to play it. Enhance Commit. This attack gets -2 speed. We're going to play it. We want to block. And all of these cards have bad block mods, right? 3, 3, 2, 3. They cover my zone coverage, right? High, mid, low. We're going to play them because we get so much value off of. I'm going to block with my first bad block, and then all of your other moves are very easy to block afterwards. Ultra Regeneration. This card could go here, but TamCardwell loves this card. We're playing Ultra Regeneration. It's a 6 check that lets us draw 2 cards on defense. How cool. Icy Display. After my opponent, after a rival's foundation is sealed, ready this. It's bad. Discard a card, draw a card. I'm in. After this card leaves my hand due to my rival's effect, gain 2 health. After you block, my rival commits a foundation. We're going to keep it. This Fury attack is +2 speed but -1 damage. This one's not very good. Villain Enhance Flip. Your next check to play a card gets +1. That activates +1 speed on Gentle Criminal, so we're definitely going to play this. It also gives us a little bit of damage bump. Response Flip, but before my end phase, add a range card from my card pool to my hand. This is on the maybe category. It just depends on the cool range cards that we have. So, now that we have the attacks that we're looking to play, and the foundations that we're looking to play, and all of these cards that we're looking to not play, the last thing that we get to do, pre-release-wise, is look at our actions and assets. We're going to take a break on these, because the goal is to get to 50, and the way that you win the game is by playing attack cards, and you do cool... the way you play cool attack cards is by having cool foundations. So the first thing we have to do is we have to find the good attack cards. So I'm going to pull out the attacks that I really, really want. Because we're playing 50 cards, my goal, and we're Gentle Criminal, right? If my opponent blocks, I'm going to be a little attack heavy. I'm looking to go like 16 attacks inside of my 40 card deck, because I want to be as aggressive as possible. And so the obvious ones that we play are the ones that draw us cards, and then our big damage moves. These are big damage. This is big damage. This is big damage. Yeah. Okay, I like these so far. Let's count these ones. Okay, so we had a game plan, right? We wanted to draw cards, which is this pile, and then hit them hard with this pile. And so let's just count them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. So right, we're at 12, right? So the normal number would probably be like 14-ish attacks, right? But I'm going to push us closer to 15, 16, 17, maybe even 18, depending on what I think I can get away with. Oh, where are you going? Okay, so from here, were there any cool cards that really caught my eye? I think the number one cool card was this Velocity Rush, just because it had Echo. This counts as 2 attacks, and if they block, it gets easier to play, which means I could play it potentially later in the turn. I dig that. So there's 13. Let's see. This card is a throw. It's a 6 damage throw. Incredible. I'm down to play that. And then maybe the Dragon Dive might just be worth it, right? It's a 1 high block, which is pretty okay. We play this. So here's 15. And now we get to make the choice of, do we want to play the cool reset their speed move so that my blocks are a little bit easier? Or do we play the cool move that does a lot of damage? I think the answer might actually be, we're going to take out the Dragon Dive, and I am going to play one of each. And so we're going to play 16 attacks in our deck just because my character says that my checks get easier. If you block me, my checks are easier to play. A bunch of 4 diffs, just a ton of 4 diffs, and they all hit hard. Most of them hit hard, at least. At least half of them hit hard. And so there's the goal. Okay, so we've got our piles, right? 4, 3, 2, 1, zeros. I didn't open any zeros. And so because these piles are smaller, the first thing that we're going to do is we're just going to, you know, include the cards that we want to include. I'm including Ultra Generation. I think this card is super, super cool. It's a 6. I want to include it. Equipment demonstration. I think because of what our attacks look like and the amount of keywords that we have that have powerful, this card has Echo. I think because of that, maybe, I mean, we might maybe look at playing the Quick Burn because it has it, just because it has a powerful to it. We'll have to see. I think I'm gonna leave this guy on the cutting room floor, so I'm gonna keep you, but we'll get rid of you. From here, let's take a look at our 2 ofs and figure out what our auto includes are. Right? I'm gonna put this here. What are our auto includes? Bing, 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 bing. Okay. Damage reduction, auto include. Flip, add a ranged card. Okay. Hold on. Auto includes. I'm breaking my own rules. Lose a health -1 speed. Incredible. Flip plus to my next check. Incredible. Plus or minus. We're gonna take these 2 out because they're keyword dependent, and then after my review step, we'll discard and then redraw. Actually, you know what? This is going to go in this over here, the probably not pile, just because we don't get the second ability on the card. Let me just double check. Yeah, we don't get the second ability on the card. Our character doesn't get any tokens. So now that we're at this point, I've noticed that this card has a keyword. This card has a keyword. After my charge attack deals damage. After my range attack, add a range attack. And so now let's take and toss cards on here that say that thing. This does not. This is both. This is both. This is ranged. Ranged. This does not. Charge. No. Yes. 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 Oh, this is both. Charge ranged. Charge ranged. No. No. This looks like plenty that we can include these. So I am down. Let's toss them both in. Again, the whole thought, the whole idea behind this is we're going to bulk up, cut down. Bulk up, cut down. Okay, on to our 1 diffs. Got the Dragon Power. This one's going to be a little tighter on our feed. Then bing, 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 bing. Okay, so first off, our auto includes. We said that all of these cards instantly go in our deck. That makes things a little bit easier. This card has our face on it. Really helps our game plan. Instantly goes in our deck. Let's see. I really liked the idea of Glamour. It goes in our deck. I'm pretty sure that we cut one of our non-block or attacks. So I think this isn't even going to go into this pile. It's going to go in the I'm not playing this card pile. Enhance commit, discard a card, draw a card. While this card's in my card pool, my rival's block modifiers get +1. My rival's block modifiers get +1. Doesn't that work with Gentle? X equals the printed block modifier of the attack. Oh, it's a good thing that we read it. It says printed. This card is on the maybe block. Problem solving? I think that we're going to be okay. Because we're trying to keep the deck down, we're going to go ahead and cut this guy. But maybe like in between, you could play a different one. I think that I'm going to play high end. I think this might be one of the software edition, auto include. No remorse, auto include. I think that these ones are going to go in as well. And from here, we now get to count. The goal is 40. Remember? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 35. 35. So that brings us back here. 35, 36, 37, 38. Sure. I think these cards are cool. They say that how many charges did we have? We're checking. This card has charge, but it doesn't count. Charge, 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 charge. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attacks in our deck that can trigger off this. I'm down. And if it worst case, we'll block with it and have a cool 6-check in our deck. Okay. So this is, hold on, I gotta double check my number. I think I said 38, right? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now we have 2 cards. Conveniently, we've got 3 cards over here that we're not using. So I think I'm gonna leave the 3 def out. I'm gonna put in the 6-check, and I'm gonna put in the 3 block that cycles a card. So from here, you're done. You're done. It's over. This is the deck we're gonna run. Incredible. But if you want a little extra credit, we have saved these cards over to the side, and we'll use a couple of these ones as well, right? We weren't absolutely hating these cards. The next thing that you would want to do if you want to make sure that your deck is like properly adjusted is make sure that your block modifiers are decent enough. And so that's what I'm going to do next. Okay, so I've laid out my block modifiers in the zones that they have, right? As well as, so high, mids, lows, as well as from top to bottom, highest difficulty. So over here we've got our 3 blocks and then our 2 blocks, 4, 3, 2, 1s, 3s, 2s, 1s. And the big thing that I'm noticing here is that we have a lot of low blocks. We've got more low blocks than we have the same amount of low blocks as we have mid blocks, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 16, 13, 11. What does this tell us? This is not that big of a deal. But it's important for you to know that if my opponent is playing an all-high deck, or a mostly high deck, it's Prerelease, they're probably not going to happen. A mostly high deck. If they're not playing low attacks, you're going to be susceptible. And so from here, we get to take and we get to look back at these cards that we weren't a huge fan of and go, are there any of these cards that were decent enough that we were contemplating to maybe swap out just to fix our low blocks? And the answer is Problem Solving, Dragon Dive. Okay, we've got a couple hot, attacks, right? We've got the Blue Flame Immolation and the Stylish Threads that we were thinking about. Yeah. And then from here, let's go back all the way to our I wasn't going to play these cards. Because remember, cards are useful in every zone, right? Any high blocks that looked okay? Maybe we play the Frog Stomp just because it's a decent high block. I think the answer is no from me. But I think that I am going to put this Problem Solving back in my deck because I think having the 2 block is very good. So now I have to figure out either am I going to play a 51 card deck and ruin my consistency, or am I going to cut a card? And the answer is I think I'm just going to play a 51 card deck. I think that just adding the Problem Solving is not going to mess with my numbers all that bad. And there you have it. There is how I build a pre-release deck. I take and I go through it step by step, process by process. I'm going to make people squirm with this. And then I take and I build my fun deck. I just want to see what my opening hand looks like. All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think this is a fine hand. Bing, bang, boom. As our first 3, can't fail them. They build down. And then 1, 2, 3. Hey, you better block this one. And it passes. Ooh, pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, you did block it? Okay, well, this one is easier to play and gets faster and is 7 damage. Catch. And as a charge, it gets stunned? Did you block this one? That's okay. We got another one coming. Yeah, this looks fun. This looks fun. Thank you very much for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it. If you like this, make sure you check out not only the other videos that I have on my channel about Jetburn, but also all the other cool content creators that got to open up and make cool things for you. So with that said, you guys, thank you much for watching, and as always, I wish you well.